C4 Corvettes are great cars. They do have some fallbacks like any car does, and one of the big fallbacks on these cars is the actual nylon gears in the headlight motor assemblies. What ends up happening is with time, the nylon type plastic material breaks down and crumbles, and what it is it's a worm gear type of arrangement, and it just basically wears the teeth away, and so you'll hear your headlights clunking and making noise. The aftermarket has these wonderful CNC machined brass replacements or whatever, and we're going to cover the replacement on this 96 Corvette. It's the last of the C4 generation, and it's only got 22,000 original miles, but it's 25 years old, so the material has degraded to a point where you can start hearing the clunking a little bit, and it's time to replace. So follow along and we'll get started. The first thing I like to do is tape up the headlights and the opening on the hood, around the hood, with blue painter's tape. You know, painter's tape is nice because it leaves no residue, and it's not really that sticky, but that'll just give you some protection. So I've done the headlight, and then I've done around the profile here. So if it starts taking it out and it starts hanging up over, at least you're going to have some protection for these. When you open the hood, the two interior lights actually come on. So what we should probably do is unhook those. So in order to unhook those, what there is if you look under here, there's a wire here that will basically disconnect one side, and you got to do the same thing on the other side. And then here's the connector for the headlight. So what I like to do is disconnect both of these first, and that'll get power off of these headlights and your hood. Okay. All right. To remove the headlight on the later model C4s, there's 2 bolts to the side, and there's 2 bolts onto the other side too. And there's the motor. And on earlier C4s, there's actually 2 bolts inside of here for a total of 6. But the later year C4s just have the 4, and that's it. So we will remove those. We've got our wires disconnected here, and that whole headlight assembly will pull right out. Okay, the first thing you need to do once the headlight buckets are removed is this wire tucks in under here, and it comes in underneath these cables, and there's a tab there that it comes in under. And what you need to do is use a pry bar, and what you can do is just work it out from under that tab, and that gives you some service loop here, so you can actually loop this around and get this out of the way. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. And as you can see, right now, this is pretty much the way it came out. The framework is pretty much parallel to the cover that you actually visibly see that sticks out through the hood. And the first thing you're going to need to do after that is there's a little Selloc pin right there, a roll pin, and you need to get that out. And what I like to do is use a 136 drill blank, just pop it in there and give it a couple of hits, and that'll actually come out straight. So that is the next step that you need to do. Okay, once the spring pin is removed, what you need to do is turn the motor until this part is relatively parallel, because what there is deep inside of there is a screw, and you need to get access to that screw. So once that's parallel, you'll actually be able to get in there with a T30 and loosen the screw up. There's one screw there that you need to loosen up, and then there's one else here that you need to loosen up. And once those two are loose, what you're able to do is that gives you enough clearance to actually get to this bolt here. If you don't, then you're not going to be able to get it. You need to remove this bolt, and then this bolt, and that whole motor assembly will actually pull off now that you've got the spring pin out of there, and those are loose, and you'll get those out. Okay, and once the 3 bolts are removed, you just use your pry bar to just pry the shaft off from the part that was pinned to it. And then what you'll need to do is take this off, this faceplate, and the gear is right inside of there. Okay, you know, the gear is taken out of the housing. The inside of the housing looks pretty good and clean. There's really not a lot of stuff in there. What there also is onto this, there's washers here. So let's make sure that you keep track of those. And the face of the gear looks pretty good here and everything. But watch this. When I take it out, look at all that powder in there and everything. That's been working back and forth, and what there is there's little teeny couplings that go from this to that, and they disintegrate. They just turn to dust. So this is what you're dealing with. So it's all falling apart. So we'll clean this up and replace the gear. You know, that's what you're fixing right there. All of those parts are disintegrated, and we're going to take care of that. So I'm going to clean this out, and then we'll show you the new parts, and we'll install the new parts. Comes with the bronze gear and 3 pellets, a gasket, and some grease. And what you just want to do is take some grease, and I've already put some in already, and just put some in where each of the pellets are, okay? And then, as you can see, the shaft has these notches. So what these, you put the shaft in, and you slowly twist it into place, and then you need to line up the notches with the pellets, and that acts like a drive coupling between the two. So now it's firmly retained or whatever. And what you'll just do is put some grease onto the outside of this and just reinstall it into your housing and put it back together. And then just follow your steps along, you know, of how you took it apart, and you know, repin it and put the bolts in and just reinstall it into the car.